Welcome to the Red Dice Diaries, and in this RPG questions video I'm going to be talking about making campaign world alterations once a game has actually already started. Now, this video was spurred on by a video that was posted by DBJ about giving some hints on how to run an adventure with an oriental theme, or a campaign with an oriental theme, and I'll put a link to his video down below. It was very interesting, lots of food for thought in there. I highly recommend you give it a look. In fact, I'll wait a few seconds if you want to go and watch that first. Have a look at that. Great. Well, so what does that have to do with this video? Well, as you may or may not be aware, I'm currently running a Jadepunk game. Jadepunk being a campaign world for Fate Core. In fact, I've got the book right here, and it's set in a loosely Oriental style fantasy world where jade technology, or technology that uses the mystical properties of jade, has enabled the sort of arcane steampunk style of feeling to the campaign world. Now, when I first picked up Jadepunk, I was really excited by the setting. There's a lot of great stuff in there. However, wisely, in my opinion, the developers, Reroll Productions, chose to leave some of the setting a little bit vague, which allows them chance to expand it in the future, and also chance for individual GMs to stamp their mark on the setting, which hopefully I've done, and my players seem to be enjoying the game that I'm running. However, as I was watching the excellent video by DBJ earlier on, I was thinking, oh, do you know what? I wish I'd actually done a little bit more research into the sort of Japanese culture before I'd started running my Jadepunk game. It would have just allowed me to add a little bit of extra sort of feel of authenticity to it. Although obviously it's never going to be a complete cultural representation or reproduction of ancient Japanese culture. That's not what I'm after. But even just having a few of the trappings or a bit of inspiration or a bit more background knowledge about it would, I feel, have helped me to portray a more textured and rich feeling setting. And these are all the thoughts that occurred to me while I was watching the video. And then I suddenly thought, well, since we're about sort of 5 or 6 sessions into the game, is it really too late for me to introduce some of these ideas and start threading them into my game? I know a couple of the ideas that DBJ focused on in his video were the idea of face, your reputation, being reflected on your family, a great sense of honor, of debt, etc. And I was thinking, well, it would surely be possible for me to sort of start bringing those concepts a little bit more to the fore in my game. I've already started portraying the different nations as almost sort of noble dynasties. I don't think it'd take too much of a tweak to bring some of those ideas and to give it a bit more of a textured feel. And I've already acquired a couple of books about ancient Japanese culture, and the 2 GURPS books, GURPS Mystic China and GURPS Japan, that DBJ recommends in his videos. So the question I want to ask you guys who are watching now is, have you ever started a campaign full of excitement and just jumped straight in, and then later on thought, oh, I wish I'd done a bit more research, or I wish I'd thought of this beforehand, I wish I'd thought of that beforehand? And if you have, maybe you haven't, maybe you have, but if you have, how have you then gone about using these ideas? Or have you just gone, oh, it is a bit of a shame, but never mind, I'll save that for the next campaign? Or have you worked out a way to thread those ideas, those new ideas, into your current game? I'm a great believer personally in, when you have a good idea, not going, oh, well, I'll put that on the shelf and I'll save it for later. If there is a way of using it straight away, sort of striking while the iron is hot, I'm a big fan of doing that. And it's certainly, I'm maybe looking forward to bringing a little bit more of this sort of inspiration taken from ancient Japanese culture into my Jadepunk game, even if it's just playing up the idea of family honor, of face, a few more of the different ideas that DBJ talked about in his videos. But if you have ever had the idea that you want to incorporate some ideas that you wish you'd had at the start of a campaign setting, how have you gone about that in your own campaigns? Have you just said to your players, I didn't think of this when the campaign started, but I think it'd be pretty cool, let's introduce this going forward? Or have you found a few more subtle ways to thread that into your campaign setting? So let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed this video. You'll click on like and subscribe by clicking on the red dice up there in the corner. Please put your comments down below. Let me know what your answer or your solution to the question is, or if you have any further questions related to it. I really do enjoy reading what you write, and hopefully I will see you next time. If you have the facility and the resources, why not make a video response? I'd love to see it. Until I see you next time, take care and happy gaming.